Hey team, welcome back. As I was editing this, I realised that I didn't actually do a welcome. So here it is. I do hope that you enjoyed the last one. It's always fun to see that not everything is smooth sailing. And who doesn't like a good blooper reel? I mean, really. So today's video is going to be you coming with me as I go about my day. I'm going to go into IKEA because I want to update my fake pot plants. Yes, they are fake. I do not have a green thumb. A lot of my friends and family can attest to that. If you've seen my garden, you understand. Not the front one, the back one. Maybe I'll show you one day. I wanted to update and put something here, as well as on the other side, just here. I don't really know what this space is for. It's got like a coat rail, but I don't understand why it's there. But hey, it's there. I'm also going to be going over a bit of technique. In the hiking vlog, I went over a few tips and pointers when it came to if you're brand new coming into a class and where you should actually stand, or where I recommend that you stand, just so that you still feel that you're part of the class and you're getting as much out of it as you possibly can. The technique component of this video is going to be me breaking down a few of the moves that I've done in class. I'll reuse some old footage, you'll see as we get to it. If you have been to a body pump, a body step, attack or grit class, you'll hear certain things that are said, such as knee lift, step curl, 2 and 2, 3 and 1, single press, those sorts of things. I'll break those down so they could be understood easier. A couple of you actually asked in the comment section if Carol and Sarah had their own channel. I will definitely be passing that on because I think that they should. Sarah is bloody funny and Carol's like a boss. She's a legend. So why don't we get into it?
I think I remember you a long time ago. I was here.
So you Depending on what format of class your gym has programmed, most of what I will break down is directly relating to Body Step Classic, so 55 minutes. This format features tracks 1 through to 12. I will touch base on the important parts of each track as we move through the most common movements. Up first is the warm-up. You can see a standard step curl happening here. Weight distributes from right to left. We go into a knee repeater. Notice how the whole foot is on the bench. Opposite knee comes up to almost hip height. Slight lean forward, chest up. And you're only basically tapping down the rear foot. I always say in the golden rule of body step is whatever you do on one side, you do on the other. You can see I'm directing the traffic, trying to make people aware, using my hands to sink into the move. Bend your knees. We're going to go for a full march. Whole foot comes onto the bench. As you can see my hands there, I'm saying whole foot on the bench, please. Into a stagger squat, leading with the right foot. So by doing a stagger squat, you're absorbing a lot of the impact. Oop. Yep, let's pretend that didn't happen. I squat down and tap. Notice how my knees and toes are pointed out to the corners of the bench. That's actually a really good marker for you. We go into a burpee mountain. Both palms come onto the bench. We jump the feet back, bringing the knee in towards the bench with a small jump. On the very fourth one, you keep the foot off the ground to jump back into the squat position. One more. Latecomers. You'll see me in a second step. There we go, stepping all the way back. That's just a visual representation of how close to the step it's actually better for you to be. By stepping to or being too far away from the bench, you make it extra hard for yourself to stay on beat on time and execute the move both safely and timely. Leading on from the warm-up, track number 1, we've got track number 2, which is the step warm-up. As you can see, I've just gone into an up tap. One foot comes onto the bench, the opposite foot comes up and taps. That's usually followed by a same moves, corner to corner. Principal rule applies, whole foot on the bench, whole foot on the bench. We go into a basic. A basic means you're just basically stepping up and stepping down. Same leg leads on the way up as it does on the way down. We got a 3-pulse squat towards the corners. Always remember in a squat, your knees and toes are slightly out or in line with each other. Your chest is always up and you sink down into your squat. We got the first combo in track number 2. 2 basics are on top. 3 squats there. The more advanced one of this you'll see coming up, there's a squat lunge combo that also utilizes the basic step. I think it's coming up here. Try not to step directly behind you when you lunge. I think we've got track 3 coming up now. Track 3 is all about orienting you with the step. It's using more and more of the space on and around the step, I should say. Track 3 usually starts off with a down tap where you're, instead of tapping on top of the bench, you tap beside the bench, just like here. The bigger version of that is a cha-cha. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We got the combo coming up here. Single knee lift. Whole foot on the bench. We got a knee lift with propulsion. You roll through the foot and you push out the ball of your foot. The straddle knee lift with a quarter turn. Making sure you pop your heel. Pop, down, down, up, pop, off. Going into track number 4 is your first peak, where we take our intensity levels a little bit higher than the first 3 tracks. You can see a squat lunge combo, almost like track 2, except we're not using the bench. Just like the warm-up, we've got a burpee, but without the mountain climb. It's a snatch burpee. Most important, please make sure that you keep your bottom in line with your spine. Try not to make teepees or pyramids. We go into a jog. Always, 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 foot is on top. Whenever we're running on top of the bench, that's the only time that you spend most of your time on your toes. Making sure we kick the heels out the back and up to the bum. 4-point. Light on the top. Catch, down, down, catch.
The combination to this is a catch, down, down, catch, and then we step and squat jump. You can see it coming up, or a pin jump, straight up. And bending your knees. You're going to hear me say it time and time again. Track 5 features when we start to bring in a lot of the upper body. We've got a continuation of the burpee here. Body step 112 saw the introduction of the needle point. You'll know what I mean when it comes up to it. This move here, we jump out into a plank, and then you bring one foot in, the other foot stays off the ground. Making sure you tuck the knee directly underneath you, brace your stomach. Same squat, rules apply. 3 squats up and over, whole foot is on the bench. So you can see me there saying push your knees out, please. Moving into a higher option or moving into a higher intensity version of that move, we picked up our plate. You do the same movement, but instead you're going to push the plate above your head, jumping on, off, the back of the step, then straight back into the neck. Track 6 is your second peak, so peak number 2. The former track number 5, was your mixed strength. Track 6 is where we pick it up just a little bit more, but not as intense as the last peak. We got an across the top. With your across the top, please make sure that you don't do what I'm doing, and that's bouncing on the foot that's on the ground. Hey, what can I say? I'm a body attacker. Track number 7, conditioning. Whichever release that your instructor is taking you through, or if you are an instructor, whichever release you are doing for this one, make sure you got the moves first before you start adding weight. That's always my rule of thumb. Because we are adding weight, which increases the load, it also increases the risk of injury. If you don't have the move down pat, your potential risk for injury is very much increased. Track 8 is up next. We got the party step. See our 4 wide march on top there. Just like I did before in the warm-up where you saw me behind and squat tap, knees and toes out to the corner. We got a wide step tap here. One foot stays firmly on top of the bench where the other foot taps to the perimeter of each. Pivot turn. Just like track 3, you got a cha-cha with a bit of an arm line there. Remembering when you do a pivot turn, the leg that you jump up onto the bench with is the same leg you continue on with a cha-cha. Is the speed step. Just like its namesake, it's a lot faster than every other track in the entire release or the entire class. It's the only track where you stay on the tips of your toes. Please remember, if you are not comfortable moving at this speed up, on, around the bench, you can do it on the floor behind the bench or completely lose the lid all. The last track I'll be showing you today is the last peak, peak number 3. We've got a standard down tap where you tap beside the bench. You got a knee lift, making sure, principal rule, your foot is on the bench. Propulsive up tap, or propulsive down tap I should say, knee repeater here. Showing you options. Make sure if you are not comfortable doing or you don't have the energy to continue on, utilize your options. That's what they're there for. As an instructor, I can tell you, I utilize those options and call it quote unquote coaching. Over the top, making sure we don't confuse it with across the top. Over the top means you go over the bench, and it's always long ways. Across the top means you go across. From this point on, there's actually not a lot more to show you. You can see doing a run up, which we covered on track 4. We've got a T straddle, where you step up and you straddle off, utilizing that basic pattern. Jump squat we have covered. Squat rules always apply. Knees and toes are out. Chest is up. Absorb with soft knees.
As always, team, thank you for watching. Before you leave, make sure you hit the subscribe button, you hit the little notification bell, drop me a like, give me a comment, let me know what you want to see. The next one coming up, we're going to break down body pump. Stay tuned.